Jeez. I gotta censor myself, or else. Well, anyway, yeah. Because the plan is to get monetized. Damn, wasted like I think 5 hours. Yeah, 5 hours on trying to fixing my Facebook page, which I didn't use for 2 years, and how to stream Facebook and YouTube and Facebook at the same time. Unfortunately, I failed to do so because the share screen method has a delay of like I think over 5 seconds. So F that, you know. And in the pandemic, I'm chilling with my family. 25, saving money, and yeah, and so they're sleeping. So that's why I'm whispering.
Honor for honor! Onward!
Gotta keep it down. Can only tell where we are when it hears us.
Alas! The beast heaved its foul breath!
I think the microphone. Okay. How's the microphone? Shit. It's not too. Damn. Okay. Well, I mean, when I'm not gonna have to whisper, the mic should be fine. Hopefully, it's not the best mic. It's anyway, whatever. Sony mic.
Shellman's kind reach out. Blood transforms into jelly.
That's what I did last time. God damn, that's pathetic. I think I should, yeah, that's stupid.
The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rithia, master of the witchering trade. Behold, as the last gasps of life seep from the beast.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Spare her.
It suffered enough.
The monster lies slain! The fight is done! Praised be the victors!
Nothing if I spared it?
Forgive me. I am not as nimble as in my younger years.
You fought bravely. Thanks for your help.
Thought he died.
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech clearly pains you. She approaches.
Geralt. We must talk. Vivian.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be? Come, we must find him.
Usually I would give a lot of insight in my opinion, but like, I don't really remember. Because it's been months since I played The Witcher.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes.
Oh,
But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal guard.
This guy.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No. A bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir de la Tour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always.
Come on.
And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
I don't know what she means by that.
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress. Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard, Corvo Bianco, and the sum of coin. You will doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing enhances a wine's reputation better than a grim legend.
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, You remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later. On his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws, not a weapon. Blows of great force.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees, meaning someone posed it.
So it seems.
Not sure if people, well, Witcher fans or any fans alike would like this kind of gameplay of showing the story and full on cutscenes. I gotta say though, well, you know, The Witcher's great, and awesome cutscenes. Well, you know, beautiful story, very in depth. Anyway.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep, clean.
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer. Ramon Dulac, a knight who but a dozen years past was an advisor to our father, the Duke.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous. Maybe revenge was the motive.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld, but no one ever came forth with concrete proof of any misdoings.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times knights face new challenges, enterprise being the latest addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has some meaning to convey.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain, the disrespect with which they were treated. These were knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Five virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the Lady of the Lake. How we truly came to espouse them, none remember. In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our knights. They are to be soldiers and courtiers, lords and servants. Thus, the need for clear moral guidelines. At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate throughout his life honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
Interesting. I do know about the Lady of the Lake, because I saw them naughty scenes. But like I never got to it yet.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated. might have been murdered to emphasize their lack of specific chivalric virtues.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the fourth virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around in a bunny costume. Not sure why. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed cowardice of rabbits.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next victim?
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by the river.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such earned the trust of our father, the Duke. We often witnessed him turn to them with delicate matters. Later, their paths diverged.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic will only incite the beast to strike sooner. And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, I shall take the fall. A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace. Horses? Ready our horses!
That's great expansion. Really love the basis of the whole story to it.
Your Grace!
Okay. Damn, girl. Yeah, nothing guy. Of course. Well, okay.
What the hell?
Okay.
Why, I said... Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. Onward!
Interesting.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Come on. Poor guy. I actually have a TR, well, Astro Ave 40 TR headset, but it's... The mic, if I remember correctly, has a slight echo due to, you know, because the headphone isn't the best in noise cancellation, including the mic, of course. And, you know, it's not the sound is kind of far, so unfortunately, you know, I never got the chance to buy a better headphone. But yeah, so with this, you know, I don't know when.
Your Grace seems right at home in the saddle.
The wind. Clear a path! Clear the way, I said!
To be born in Toussaint is to be born.
Where do I go? It's too... Wait, where am I going? That's stupid. Oh, okay. What the hell?
Sorry.
It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's hole,
What's her name?
a golden fish, and
Just want to add the. I mean, I could do it later, but I want to add the tags. Crazy name. I doubt that's going to do much for the YouTube tags, but at least for the description. The Beast of Toussaint. Love saying that. Damn, okay. It's, 46, jeez. Oh, damn, okay. That's the... Huh. I never completed those. What's the mission I did just now? Nope. Jeez. God damn. Well, whatever. Yeah, enforcing. Yeah, the Gwenta, I messed it up, so I never continued it afterwards. So the trophies, gone. Just want to show my stats. It's not the best yet, but yeah. 159 hours and yeah. I got the Viper Venomous Steel pack or set. Huh, interesting. I don't have the... never mind. I thought that was supposed to be venomous as well. Anyway, just... let's get to it. Hold up, just editing my... Well, I mean, nobody's watching, so who cares? Just gonna edit my, the title. There you go, done. I could leave my my YouTube alone. Close my laptop and fit that poster. Not even, of course. Of course. That's annoying. Damn, I can't share it on Facebook. Come on. Okay, never mind, I can. And I gotta figure this live stream out. Anyway. Damn. So complicated. What time is it? 5:19.
Phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
Okay.
The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Your Grace,
she wouldn't lie, so it's gotta be a real unicorn. Never mind.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall
Damn,
try
son.
this.
Hey, folks. Gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Come on. Oh, that's gonna be tedious. Oh, I thought that. Okay.
Cold game's not likely to tempt a unicorn. Think unicorns. Rainbows, little girls, sweets maybe?
Really?
Thief!
How dare he!
Oops. Well, I'll give you cash. Okay, I already got it.
Scandalous!
Sorry. Huh. Oh, okay. Can't jog.
Damn, doesn't have a sweet tooth.
Really? Oh, that's weird. That makes me can't bring it back. Sheesh.
Crispy apple. Should like that like any other damn horse.
Probably. Doesn't have to walk.
An apple. Yum yum.
Okay.
Easy.
Wow, really? For that?
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
Well, can walk there.
Golden fish should be easy to spot once I'm under.
No. Which one was it? Come on, nib. I knew, come on, I knew it by heart before.
you think? What the blazes?
Did someone just dive in the water?
Perhaps that's the way.
Is that not counter to the rules?
Who is that?
What a scoundrel!
Okay, I see. Sorry?
Not allowed!
It will not do.
Oh. Okay.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
That's some innovation.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly coursed up trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
Damn. Oh, okay, that's what.
A key.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
He's ruined the game!
Disgraceful.
That's hilarious.
Whisper it in your ear.
The light, it's positively useless. She can't possibly see. And now I shall drink, dance, and repeat till the week is through.
But your grace,
No buts.
I...
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. All shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
What? that was too silly. I don't really pay attention. Palace pantry. Oh, F it, let's search it, like usual. Let's find the walkthroughs. Yeah, not the best comeback stream. Oh well. Well, I don't know, maybe it's some, but well, probably not. Who knows? Anyway, shush. Okay, so it said greenhouse, but even if you choose incorrectly, she'll know.
Let's see. Grown with ease gives us green, right? And mouse with the head of hard cheese. Greenhouse?
You're a genius.
Oh, wow, okay.
Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed. But only one that locks, the key to which looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
What the butch?
Still, man.
What was that?
Damn, okay. I could check out your comments later on YouTube. I mean, my cell phone.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Well, I don't remember if I did. Not really. Damn, I don't remember if I did. Probably not, but oh well. Let's say.
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left, and you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
I won't let you kill again. How long you gonna make me wait?
Damn. Whoops. I shouldn't lose them. That's a
You want to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
Well, I wonder if that would have happened
No,
anyway.
he's my friend.
Damn. God damn.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Who?
Regis?
What?
You alright?
Okay, new guy.
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Oh, I can't check the menu. I would like seeing who he is, his background, because that, you know, obviously I don't know him. I don't read the books, so.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn. Though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Seem pretty damn sure of that.
I am, because I know him very well.
I'm skeptical of this guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Oh, okay. That's how you spelled it. Dettlaff, that's weird. Huh. I'll try to see if he gives any foreshadowing that he's not on the good side.
Awfully good of him. But do I need to know this?
Yes. So you'll understand Dettlaff is no cold-blooded killer. I believe he's landed in some mess and he sees no way out.
What makes you say that?
Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent. One they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Dettlaff's trump card is his herd instinct. His tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upsetting. Immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted, and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I'd makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
I don't know. Girl seems to trust him, but not completely. It's a little bit.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Okay, so no matter what, even if you were gonna defeat him, that was supposed to happen, pretty sure. Damn, almost level 40. Oops. I think I should do that before I get less XP from it. Oops. Damn. Yeah, it's gonna be hard censoring myself. So much for just recently bought this, but I don't like it. Oh jeez. Looks weird. Damn.
Come on, Roach.
The guard brings peace to our domains.
Here in Beauclair, all's right and fair.
What's this?
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was just to deliver it.
Here. And thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Whatever, he's grinding, though.
Dearest.
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have drawn you to Toussaint. Perhaps you'll find time to probe a certain matter in spite of this. I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. Though the details are rather murky, as is the location of the scholar's laboratory, his journal could contain more information. It lies buried with him in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you. Thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide, please take exceedingly good care of yourself. Your Yen.
It's a professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Really? Damn, okay, I forgot about that. Huh.
Patrolling on an empty stomach. Oh, dreadful.
Cool. I'll visit this place later.
Knox V. Might be worth looking into.
Ooh. Hell yeah, cool. Perfect.
It's an escort. Not something I do often, but might be worth investigating.
You can't pull one over on me, Witcher. I can see you're a kid.
Nice tune.
Don't crowd around.
Witcher, I've a matter of prime urgency and import. I must speak to you.
Monster Slayer. My.
Your wound. Feeling better?
I think after this I'll go to bed.
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time. To be frank, that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
6
Want me
a.m.
to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden, nay, a lady. I suspect someone's cast an ill spell upon her. A curse, perhaps.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and alluring.
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart. I shall not deny it. I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Vivian shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle? As it were, one evening I crouched in hiding outside her seamstress's home. As Vivian emerged from it, I too emerged, ever so gently but convincingly collided with her, then promptly offered to escort her home. She consented. At first, all augured well. I proposed a more scenic route. She agreed. I made kindly forays into conversation, and she even began to respond as we neared the end of our route.
Then suddenly,
mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I did not give chase that time. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions, to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
notice any other strange behavior, additional symptoms?
No, Vivian's avoided me wholly since the first encounter. But folk gossip.
What about?
They say she's secretive, that no one ever sees her after dusk, that she's wont to suddenly disappear.
Nothing unusual about any of that. Sound you heard. She might have just had a sore throat.
Had I thought it possible the sound was natural, I never would have taken up your precious time.
Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck. for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year. Thus, each participant will be granted an audience with her.
Got a problem then. See, I'm not a participant.
I've devised a solution already. You shall take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am prepared to sacrifice anything.
This tourney, how's it work exactly?
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize. Oh. And more important, glory. Horsemanship, marksmanship and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning. Yet...
Yeah, I get it. Anything for Vivian. Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything ordinary either.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand?
Yeah, it's too much work. I'll have to go to bed. Let's try well, let's try probably not, but...
I have comrades I can ask. They would surely lend me coin, yet even that would not be enough. Could you not lower your fee somewhat? I have comrades I can ask. They would I have comrades really? I can ask.
I mean, yeah, usually like around 60, I think.
Agreed. That is an amount I can indeed muster.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours. Where shall we start?
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't have to, but I guess target practice.
Marksmanship. Feel I need to do some shooting.
What?
Come with me.
Okay. I'm just curious what that 1.31 and 1.60 is. I'm assuming it's the update, but I don't know. Excuse me. Anyway, I don't know. Hope you guys like the stream, I guess, if anybody watches it. Well, I could say, like, I'm gonna stream The Last of Us 2 once it releases in how many hours from now? Like 7, well, let's see. $17 hours plus. Excuse me. Yeah. So like at around 11, what was it, 12 p.m. And I mean, I don't think the schedule is gonna work since I stream from PS4. But like I said, it for 11:30 p.m. So yeah, I'm gonna stream that. I don't know, like I doubt people care to listen or whatever, but like if anybody does, for insight, my style of streaming is I don't have subtitles. I commentate with my opinion, my insight, sometimes experience. If it's a type of story where I could relate. I do give. I will admit that I talk too much, probably, because I like to hear myself talk, and it's mostly from. I just enjoy to give a lot of detail in everything I say to explain the whole story of what I'm trying to say and how I feel. Other than that, I'll share out the games I have on Facebook, my Facebook page. If anyone's curious, I have like 150 games. Most suck. Unfortunately, I'm not a great player in the sense of reflexes and concentration and awareness because of ADHD. But I got my moments, and I'll try to share my best moments into clips. But other than that, I'll try to avoid, I guess, the more extraordinary skilled games, well, like games where I'm not extraordinary, because I'll just look terrible compared to others. And although I do have a lot of those footages, but yeah, it's like a lot of story interactive games, or I guess mindless, or some games I'm very good at, but yeah. I got a lot of work to do. Mic, I'm not sure how. I think with the PS5 it's going to be better, because I could buy just a sole mic and a headphone on its own, but yeah. I don't know. Got to figure out the thumbnails, how to promote with Facebook. Well, I mean, yeah, Facebook, Twitter. Yeah, I got a lot of work to do. Anyway. I don't know. It's just... I don't know if people listen. Anyway, sheesh. Hope you guys liked it. The same at full potential. And, I don't know, tell me what you think. Give me critique. I'd really appreciate any feedback that I could improve myself on, in my channel. Because I want to try to become monetized. Currently at 572 subscribers. I don't remember how many views, but like more than 20,000. Although maybe it decreased again since I deleted some videos and listed others. But I need 40,000 to become monetized on YouTube. Facebook, that's even harder. Anyway, a lot of work to do. Yeah.